There is VC getting a hug from Nick Van Exel. He's 6th in the league in scoring, and Van Exel is 5th in the NBA.
Keon with the rebound. Chanel Scott got away with a push-off, but Keon comes up with it anyway.
Carter, the post up, the fade. That is impossible to stop 2-0 Toronto. They lost the basketball game 95-89. In fact, as a team, Toronto is season low 3 of 6 from the line. Trail 15-10 inside 4:45 to go in the opening quarter. Carter, and Vince Carter splashes one through. He's got 5. And Denver within 2 after the fast start by Toronto. Tracy Murray, he always comes out firing. Tapped that by Carter, he gets it back and he flips it in. That's a 6'6" man pulling down rebounds with the trees.
By Vince Carter. A play like that, for instance, he looked like he was looking to take that back in contact, and I said it was a smart play. It was. Room and the key. Toronto's defense is way out of position. The Nuggets don't capitalize.
Good movement by Toronto. And another three-pointer. This one from Vince Carter. Actually, I should say his first three-pointer. He hit a long jumper. It was from 2-point range.
Toronto did a nice job on the defensive glass. What a pass from Carter. That's one part of his game that has improved this season. He's looking to get his teammates more involved, over 5 assists a game.
And for Carter, that'll be his 2nd foul, and it also will bring us to a timeout. Look at this pass. Jerome Williams to finish. Nuggets have stopped taking it to the basket, and they're an average at best perimeter team.
And they're getting pretty good looks, but like the rest of this road trip, and there's some explosion from Carter.
What were you saying earlier?
That looked pretty good.
He picks his spots to go airborne. 32-20.
Gets to the free throw line.
The Raptors number 7.
At the other end a moment ago, nice pick and roll to Carter. Rafe, a pretty good shot blocker, about 2.5 a game in this league this year. Carter just kind of floats by him and drops it down. Whether it looked good or not.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, obviously. We've never been close enough. That was fun. It didn't count. Foul on the floor before Vince Carter hammered it home.
You want to get some at halftime?
Thinking about
Throwing that in.
Thinking about it.
Get a reasonable shot at the other end with about 7 seconds remaining, if they can push it up. And Toronto will try to prevent them from advancing it up court too quickly with some full court pressure.
Here comes Nick. He's got to beat a double team. Needs help. There's a steal. Carter's going to get a dunk. Before the horn sounded. So a disastrous finish to the first half by the Nuggets, and they find themselves down by 12.
Well, it was kind of a lazy pass by Nick. He had 2 bigger defenders on him and just didn't get the ball up high enough. It may have been intercepted at the other end anyway.
Carter took over, 48-36 at the break, Toronto.
Like that, right to the basket. Vince Carter got some easy ones, hit some outside shots, and then finished up the half spectacularly. 18 points and 8 rebounds for Vince.
Now when you look at the stats, one thing jumps out at you. Back come the Nuggets. 4.5 in to the 3rd quarter. Denver is almost completely wiped out that 12-point deficit, but Clark has another dunk.
A lot more energy here at the 2nd half.
Williams, this time a 3-ball, and Leonard boxes out, but the loose ball comes to Toronto. That hurts. Vince Carter hits the 3. Timeout, Denver coming.
I'll tell you what, Toronto does not waste time getting the ball up, do they?
Step away 3. Good job by Vince Carter finding Alvin Williams, his backcourt mate.
Denver's done a nice job getting back in this ball game. Bad pass by Nick. Way off target.
Here's Carter. Here's Carter again, the quick flush.
And you're exactly right, it was quick. and didn't allow Rafe LaFrentz to get there. That's the explosiveness I was bragging about with Carter earlier.
What did you say?
I'm going to rescind that statement.
You better retract that one. Doesn't look as explosive. Maybe he heard you. Timeout on the floor, 63-57.
Nuggets got themselves back into this.
Great cut, and it was rejected by Vince Carter. Avery Johnson laid it up with the right hand. The NBA is often a game of runs, and right now Toronto is trying to get a run going with deep. By the way, 9 home games this year for Toronto. This is their 8th sellout. The Knicks against the Toronto Huskies. You want to know what? We would have been here all night.
Everybody's waiting for the shot clock to expire. Rafe grabs it, flips it over his shoulder and in. What a play.
Just as they drew it up, Carter hangs forever and then throws it down.
That's 2 great plays right there. Rafe made a great defensive play. Went alertness by Rafe LaFrentz. And this is nice defense. Does a nice job creating a tough shot, but Carter straight back up though.
They're 14 of 20. Not awful, but not great.
It happens with teams when they think they have this game in control in the first half and then it gets tight.
BC has been to the line 11 times tonight, or 5 more times than the Raptors got to the line last night in Milwaukee. And he's had another splendid game, 29 points. 2-point Toronto lead.
And the Nuggets will take a timeout.
Denver down 2.
Now look for Denver to try and get Nick Van Exel's hand. A big screen by Rafe.
Nick has given Denver the lead. He was 2 strides behind the 3-point line.
Does he have ice water in his veins? I mean, Rafe LaFrentz was tumbling towards it because he got bowled over in the pick. Just drills it from about 26.
19 all in the second half for Van Exel. What did we say? If the Nuggets are to have a chance, Nick had to have one of those halves. He's having it. 5 to shoot it. Carter from 20. Oh, Vince Carter has got ice as well. 1-point Raptor lead.
With the answer. And it could be a shootout here at the end by 2 gunfighters.
Nick on a clear out. Denver leads. Right back at you.
And you knew he wasn't going to miss that. In this situation, had a good look leaning in. He's money with that shot, especially with the game on the line.
Nuggets, if they get a rebound or even with a Raptor score, should get it back. 7-second differential on the Fox.
Interesting to see how much the officials let go right now.
Carter, no good. Rebound, Denver. Loose basketball, no whistle. Who's on the floor? Denver. Timeout, Denver.
Great hustle by James Posey. He came out of nowhere. Obviously, the worry here is that you foul and send somebody to the line. Even that wouldn't be a disaster unless the shot goes down. Then you've got a big-time disaster. But you just want to get in front of people and make it difficult for them to get a good look at a 3-point shot, especially from about the 24-foot range. You want to push them out as far as possible.
And look who's in for the first time tonight. One of the great 3-point shooters in the history of this game, Del Curry. But he hasn't shot a jumper in about an hour. Goes into Carter. Did he get fouled for 3? Oh my goodness. Vince Carter is fouled. He has a chance to tie it from the line. The absolute worst thing that could have happened.
Oh boy. I failed to mention you don't want to foul behind the 3-point line. And you have to assume that Carter's going to shoot that basketball. Boy, what a disaster. A disaster if Vince can get all 3 of these to go for the Denver Nuggets.
Well, Carter is an 80%er from the line. And tonight he's 10 of 12. And Nick trying to get in his head.
Well,
and Hugh Hollins is laughing behind him.
Well, Carter's going to shoot these three. You got to be careful here on the third one that you make sure you get the rebound if there's a miss.
Which is the toughest?
I think the first one. I think the toughest one is out of the way. He's obviously a confident player. He wouldn't be as good as he is without confidence. And really, superstars, what makes them superstars, they thrive in these situations. This will not be the last time Vince Carter's at the line to tie up a ball game or to win it. And it's certainly not the first.
Nuggets do have a timeout. If he makes it, they'll have 3 seconds. Now, it's still working on VC.
Make sure you block out.
That's another key. If he misses it,
Posey needs to get the shooter, and I don't think anybody's going to block Vince out.
wow. You know, Carter was going to throw up about a 27-footer falling out of bounds.
Well, he had to.
If he makes it, your hat's off to him. The Nuggets fouled him, though. There's 4 seconds left. Vince Carter fouled by George McCloud. And he hit the first. The second was clean as a whistle. And the third, pretty clean as well. 2-point Denver lead, 1:05 into OT.
You can sense the crowd here collectively taking a breath with every shot of Van Exel.
5 fouls on Posey. He's one-on-one with Carter. Step away jumper's good.
Well, you get the feeling these two love this situation.
Here comes Carter looking to post up. Good find, Williams ties it.
Yeah, it's a good find. Rafe a little late reacting. One of the few times tonight he has been.
Posey spins past Carter. He's knocked to the floor. I guess it was all basketball.
Where we were sitting, looked like he got hit pretty good. He hit the ground very hard. It's a nice spin move. Let's see, a lot of ball by Carter, but
that's body.
Olajuwon knocks it silly.
Avery Johnson, James Posey.
I'd be surprised to see Ryan Bowen come up with a big play here defensively.
Here's Carter. He gets a step, and Rafe went to block it. Carter still laid it in. Denver down 1.
Well,
I'll
tell you what,
the final look if they want it.
That looked like a lot of contact there as well, and they let that go. Carter finishes anyway.
Like a chance to get a rebound. Bowen goes up, and Ryan Bowen, of all people, hits it.
Did I say the defensive end?
Ryan
I think I meant the offensive
Bowen,
end.
of all people, gives Denver a 1-point lead with 5.4 left. How about this move by Vince Carter?
Oh, this is phenomenal. Look at the contact. Has the strength. A lot of their defense, they want to play good, solid defense, but they're going to, in a way, get out of the way because they don't want to foul.
Yeah, it's a different situation than when they had the 3-point lead with 4-point-something seconds left in regulation.
It's a fine line between playing good, solid defense and being too physical.
Again, immediately following, we'll join it in progress. Number 2, Minnesota. Number 3, DU in college hockey.
And I'll look for this one to go to the basket.
They get it to Carter. He loses it momentarily. Carter hits a 3. 1.4 seconds left. Unbelievable.
Tell you what, he lost control of that. Regained the dribble, went up with it so quickly, and still, once he got in the air, Drew looked completely in control. The trajectory, the release of that shot looked perfect.
42 for Vince Carter.
Right here, just rises up, squares up, great balance. What a shot. What a shot.
You know, if the Nuggets lose, you saw an unbelievable performance by two of the great players in this league, Vince Carter and Nick Van Exel. 1.4 left.
Denver doesn't have time to really think about this once somebody catches it.
Into Rafe. Oh! He had it, and it didn't drop. The Raptors survive 98-96. Denver ran a great play.
What a ball game. Fantastic ball game.
Great
pass by George McClain. And I think Carter just gets a finger on that and makes it difficult for Rafe to really control that ball like he would have had Carter not touched it. I think he just gets a finger on it. Otherwise, Rafe maybe dunks that through.
Unbelievable ball game. Unbelievable second half. Unfortunately, Denver on the wrong end. Vince Carter, sensational. 42 points.